All right, cool. So we're starting here. What should I say? I need an opening already. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I didn't open it. Gabby, I need an opening. What do I say? Hi? That's the best you got? But that's the fun of it. Give me something to go with, something inventive. That's the same thing. Okay, whatever. Say a prayer to cap God. Because Resident Evil's back, baby. So quick, I don't like it. I can't come up with anything. So it's a little past Resident Evil o'clock, but I'm finally getting around to react to this. It's about 8 o'clock. I've stayed off the internet, so no spoilers. I don't know anything that's going on. I can see a rating pending on my screen right now, and we know Resident Evil 8's rated, so I imagine something gets announced. And it's called the Resident Evil Showcase, not the Resident Evil 8 Showcase, so I don't know. Put it together. But I'm here to check out this event. It's about 30 minutes long. Really excited for it. If any of you guys have watched through our old videos, the last time we played Resident Evil 7 on the channel wasn't the greatest experience. I mean, Resident Evil 7's solid. I feel like it's really front-loaded, where it's like got a really, really killer like first 2 to 3 hours, and then the next like 7 hours is just kind of slowly getting worse and worse, and the boat section is just like such a slog to get through. It's not really fun, and then the mine is also not really all that fun. So I have a pretty mediocre opinion of Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 2, on the other hand, when that came out, I thought it was the greatest game ever made. I still stand by it's one of the greatest games ever made, although there's some other games I've played since then that I might like just a little bit more. It's still like top 5, maybe top 3, but definitely my favorite Resident Evil game. And then Resident Evil 3 came out to a mixed reception, although me personally, my issues with Resident Evil 7 being poor pacing and mostly enemy variety. There's 3 enemies that you casually fight throughout the game, and that's it. Otherwise, it's just bosses, and it's kind of boring to fight through. Resident Evil 3 completely fixes that. It's got a great variety of enemies. It's very fast paced. You kind of go through it too fast, some would say. Although I think it was just fine. It's the Resident Evil game I've probably beaten the most out of any. I beat it like 13 or 14 times. So really liked Resident Evil 3. I think we're on a high mark where each Resident Evil game's gotten a little bit better in some sections than the last. Resident Evil 7 had like the worst gunplay and the worst like enemy variety and pacing. Resident Evil 2 fixed that a lot. The gunplay is a lot better. It plays a lot smoother. Enemy variety was a little better. Resident Evil 3, we had the best variety. We had the best gunplay, I felt. And so we're kind of capitalizing on that. So hopefully Resident Evil 8 will give us more of that, and we can find out what else Resident Evil has in store. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Boom. Oh my god, tall vampire lady. She's a queen. She's a queen. Like I said, variety, enemy variety. Already I'm seeing some good fixes. The presentation's pretty sick for this, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey now, think positively, all right?
Mia.
We talked about this.
Prego Mia.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
I kind of hope that this doesn't give away too much, if that makes sense. I do like a little bit of mystery with Resident Evil. Anyone else getting Dark Souls vibes?
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony.
So she's not a vampire. She has a
I'm
reflection.
gonna let you down.
This game looks so good visually. There's still like a weird like frame rate stutter.
No.
Is that Devora?
This is nothing but blood and death.
Obviously, the Twitch stream isn't going to do the best job at conveying how good the game looks, but it looks really good from what I'm seeing. That zombie had a sword!
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
Okie dokie. I am very interested. I hope the gunplay's cleaned up a little bit for Resident Evil 7. I really hope this has...
You. Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
So that guy's I thought that guy was going to be like a merchant. Seems like that guy's going to kick your ass.
That was amazing, but
Resident Evil Village will be available worldwide
May
on
7th.
May 7th, 2021.
Okay.
Pre-orders
Okay.
kicking off today.
Okay.
Alongside the standard edition, we have a few other options for the game. First,
Mr.
we have the Digital
Everywhere.
Deluxe edition, available on all platforms.
The difficulty's
Players will
locked
be
to
able
this
to heighten
version?
their
That's
survival horror
so
experience
lame.
with extra content, including in-game items that call back to Resident
You're
Evil
locking
7
the
content.
maximum difficulty behind. That's
There's
so
also a
lame.
collector's edition for consoles
That's a really big
that
bummer.
includes
I
all the
really don't
deluxe
like when they
edition
do that.
as well as a striking figure.
I should not have to pay 10 extra bucks or whatever it's going to be just so I can play it at the hardest difficulty that I might be interested in playing anyway.
We have the Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil.
Oh yes, are we getting a next-gen Resident Evil 7
This lets you
upgrade?
get your hands on the award-winning RE7 while you wait for Resident Evil Village. Pre-order any of these editions, and you'll be able to get your hands on both the Mr. Raccoon weapon accessory and their survival resource.
So the
pack,
weapon, like,
which will
accessory
offer
stuff is still
additional
back?
support during the first few hours of gameplay.
Which I don't
Finally,
need.
digital pre-orders from the PlayStation Store will receive an exclusive Resident Evil Village mini soundtrack.
I'll listen to it on YouTube. No thanks.
right, I've been waiting for this. I know you've been
So let's see how this plays. Because if I were to describe Resident Evil 7's gameplay, it felt like someone
Exclusive first look.
making a first-person shooter who had never made a first-person shooter before. That's exactly how it felt to me.
Just like in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters. You'll make your way from the village to the castle. Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped daughter. As you've noticed by now, Resident Evil Village keeps the first-person perspective. We think it really draws players into the detailed world we've created.
Like, it's just such immediate Resident Evil 4 vibes. Like, the second you see, like, a big castle like that, it's just Resident Evil 4. That's immediately what I think of.
You'll see a lot of those little details come to life here. The team put a ton
There's
effort
quite a
into
bit of
creating
pop-in
a
on the
true
walls.
authentic feel. From art design to technology.
I mean, the game's still a few months out, so any, like, pop-in stuff will hopefully be fixed by launch. Or, if anything, like a patch after launch, but I just thought I would point that out. All I can think of is Devora when I see these ladies.
Castle denizens. As you'd expect, a warm welcome's not really what's in store for Ethan.
Man blood.
What did she say? Manwood? That's what I heard. Oh, Queen.
Let's take a look at him. Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
This is such a unique setting, though. You don't really get too much of the dungeon-y feel, I think, from any of the other Resident Evil games. Frame rate. Is the frame rate supposed to be like this, or is it in slow-mo?
It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
That's how it was in Resident Evil 4. I'm really not sure what happened with the frame rate there. It seems okay now. Hey, you dropped something.
Each type of enemy has their own distinct way of fighting, so you'll need to change up your strategy to defeat them.
This is so Bloodborne. Resident Evil Bloodborne Edition.
Everyone knows what to do with red barrels, right?
Gotta bring back the red barrels. He missed! How'd you miss?
Some of you will remember a similar management system in Resident Evil 4. This time around, we've added crafting, which allows you to create items such as first aid and ammo.
Good. I really like that choice.
There's also an assortment of weapons to find and utilize throughout the game.
Cool. Once again, more like modern Resident Evil style.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
That's not the voice I expected of this baby.
Anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke. You'll be going to him to buy and sell weapons, amongst other things. The director wanted to give him a unique look, and you'll often find him in different situations each time you encounter him. He's an interesting fella.
Let's break things. Hell yeah.
Smash away with your trusty knife. There's plenty of items to find in your travels.
Oh, is this blood? Gross.
Wait, do you hear that? And we've also got extra objectives outside of the main ones.
Weird.
Of course, it goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve for players to move forward. Oh, and plenty of surprises to keep you on your toes.
Ew.
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch.
Man, they really kept up the good dialogue that they had in Resident Evil 7.
Well, that's one way to end the video. Now that we've shown you what's in store for Resident Evil Village, let's take a look at the exclusive PlayStation 5 demo.
Exclusive demos. Damn it. Maiden.
For this demo, players won't be playing as Ethan, but as a character we're referring to as the Maiden. Unlike the actual game, this experience doesn't feature combat or even blocking.
They did the same thing with Resident Evil 7, too. Well, it wasn't quite like that dangerous, I don't think. Is it exclusive to PS5 for a limited time? Will I get to play this demo? Because I'd like to play it.
As they take the Maiden on her journey to find a way out of the castle. And you can download the exclusive demo on PlayStation 5 today.
Cool.
Of course, we want as many people as possible to get a chance to play. So we'll have a separate new demo available on all platforms.
Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I'll watch someone else play that one, I think, at some point.
This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Resident
So is that all the Resident Evil 8 news? That's cool.
The very first game releasing in Japan.
Is it the multiplayer thing? I'd heard rumblings of a multiplayer thing. This is Resident Evil 2, but like style. There's Claire. Are they fighting each other? Reverse. Can I say I don't get the appeal of this, to be honest? Oh, now you're a zombie. What? He's Nemesis now. Leon became Nemesis. Why did Leon become... Hey, Jack Baker's in it. That's cool.
Ariverse is one of the ways
Ariverse.
we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the franchise, showcasing so many of the characters that fans love. It'll be available for free to anyone who purchases Resident Evil Village, so be sure to follow the Resident Evil social channels for the latest news. And check out the
Very
official
weird.
website.
I don't really,
Details.
I don't know what opinion I have on that, to be honest. I just don't really understand its point, I guess.
On behalf of Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft, congratulations to the Resident Evil
Ubisoft?
25th anniversary. We can't wait to get our hands on our reverse. For the occasion, we are bringing a celebration to our game, Tom Clancy's The Division.
What is happening?
For a limited time, you will be able to collect some of the iconic outfits and items from the original Resident Evil trilogy.
What a weird
Everyone
collaboration.
voting during the event will get Leon Kennedy's Raccoon Police Department outfit as a warm-up. Now let's have a
Maybe
look.
I'll go play some The Division 2, I guess. Stars. Oh, it's just his outfit. It's not like you play as Leon. Jill, Chris. Is Hunk in there, though? I'd love to look like Hunk. Hey, there's my dude! Good timing on that question. Okay, cool. Let's jump over to YouTube real fast now that I've seen the clip there. Oh my god, I can't spell you. Whatever. Click there. What the what? Where? What the fuck? Where am I? Not the side of YouTube I meant to be on. No, it's just the stream version. So they don't even have like a 4K version of this. I really hope there's like a 60 FPS because this game does seem more action packed. I really hope that they step up and give us like a 60 FPS thing because I as great as the game would be, having it at 60 is going to do so much better. But yeah, the actual stream was only at 30 FPS, so I'm not going to set my hopes too high on that. Let's go to their website. See if there's any new screenshots or anything to look at. I feel like this is new. I don't remember seeing this image. Any new screenshot? Okay, about the next generation of survival horror rises in the form of Resident Evil Village, the 8th major entry in the Resident Evil series with ultra-realistic graphics powered by the RE engine. Fight for the survival as danger lurks around every corner. Set a few years after the horrifying events of the critically acclaimed Resident Evil 7 Biohazards, the all-new storyline begins with Ethan Winters and his wife Mia living peacefully in a new location, free from their past nightmares. Just as they are building their new life together, tragedy befalls from once again. When BSAA Captain Chris Redfield attacks their home, Ethan must once again head into hell to get his kidnapped daughter back. Okay, so we got Ethan. They kind of still hide his face and everything. The protagonist of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Ethan's story continues in Resident Evil Village. After being swept up into the events of the Baker Estate incident, this regular nobody somehow managed to escape the nightmare alive. Ever since, he has lived a quiet existence with his wife Mia under his protection of BSAA. A mainstay of the series since the first Resident Evil, the former STARS member has fought his way through numerous bioterror incidents. He currently works as a specialist for BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO. Mia, Ethan's wife, the organization she was once a member of, were the developers of the bioweapon that caused the incident in Baker's home. Yeah, notice I haven't seen her in any other outfit besides this one, so I'm like 99% sure she dies like right off the top. Rosemary Winters. The Duke. Alcina Dimitrescu, maybe, I don't know. An error occurred. Nice. Okay, how much does it cost for the digital deluxe? If I were to pick it up on air, so I can get whatever DLC this is or whatever, and then found footage filter. Who cares? The only I hate that they put this on here. I hope that's unlockable, because generally what they do is they put it as a pre-order bonus so you can play it right off the bat, but if you just beat the game you unlock it. If that stays as a pre-order bonus, it's like, why? Also, we didn't get any sort of announcement on next gen stuff for Resident Evil 7. It kind of sounded like they were going to do like a next gen upgrade for Resident Evil 7, but I guess they just ended up not doing it. Okay, how much does the digital version? $69.99, yeah, so damn, that sucks, because I mean, I want to pre-order it because I'm going to play this game. It's just a question of like, do I care about, oh, that's artwork, that's not even DLC. It would literally just be this difficulty, and then I guess that weapon chart. Oh, the safe room music of Tell and Rowdy, that's cool. Samurai Edge, like, that's, that's a cool weapon. It's Wesker's. Urgh. So yeah. I'm kind of a little bit butthurt about that, I'm not gonna lie. It just really annoys me. It's like so unnecessary. You don't need to do that. But they chose to do it anyway, so that's up to them. We have these 2 locations so far to look at, and then there might be more. Oh wow, there's actually a bunch of shots in here. I wonder where most... Wow, there's actually like people here you get to see and stuff. Lycans. And let's go to the castle. They don't tell me what these guys are called, though. I guess they'd be witches, right? Some people thought vampires, but I guess they seem more like witches to me now. But anyway, guys, that seems to kind of be the gist there. I'm a little skeptical, I suppose. Like, I'm really excited for the game. The gameplay itself kind of looks really similar to Resident Evil 7, which worries me because I do feel like Resident Evil 7 felt really weirdly stiff in a way that I didn't enjoy so much, and that's part of why later in the game, as it got more action focused, I found it less enjoyable, is because of how stiff the gameplay felt. Never felt like I could quite adapt to it, and I ended up beating the game like 5 or 6 times, but it just never felt like I quite adapted to the gameplay enough to like wholly enjoy it. So, my thoughts right now, I don't really know how to feel about the multiplayer game. They didn't really give us any information about the movie, and then I don't play The Division, so really I was just here for Resident Evil 8. And it looked good. It does look good. I'm just worried that it won't... As someone who isn't a big fan of Resident Evil 7, I worry it won't... I worry it won't fix Resident Evil 7's problems. The enemy variety looks better. We've seen like... Just in trailers, we've seen about 4 or 5 enemy types, and that's more than there was in the entirety of Resident Evil 7. So, already looking up there. More weapons is good and that sort of thing, but I need the gameplay to not feel super stiff, and I want like a 60 FPS mode, because that would also really help the feeling of the game. So hopefully those 2 things come to fruition. I really hope that it lives up to the hype. I'm still excited for it. I'll still be picking it up and probably playing it. But that's where I sit right here. It was a good showcase, so I'm excited to see what they do. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know how you felt in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See ya!